Hi everybody, how are we? Hi Griff, hi Stella, hi Daisy. What a big couple of days. As in the thumbnail, I've learned a lot the last couple of days. And I feel like my brain is about to explode, but I believe in honesty and integrity. And I'm just going to own my shit, basically. I'm still conflicted. I'm still having a bipolar argument or schizophrenic argument in my head over playing Ziggy's video. The only good part about it is I talked over the top of the bloody thing and annoyed the shit out of everyone. And I'm so sorry. The thing is, I normally sit at my dining table and I'm on a chair, obviously, and the chair's back away from the mic a bit, but it was the first Australian time, very late nighttime live I had done, and I just wanted to be comfortable, so I went and sat in the lounge chase, and we have a console thing next to where I sit, and I had the microphone just sitting there, so it was really, really close to me, and I'm so sorry that it was so annoying to everybody. And I've learned a lot out of when I'm playing someone's video to just shut up. Like, I will own it and take it on board. And as most of you know, I am new. I've only been on here 2 months. I didn't even know how to make a mod 2 weeks ago. And some of you were so lovely in the comments in the way you said, oh, you know, maybe stop the video. And I usually do, or I just type in the comments, but I didn't the other night. And I can't listen to any of my videos back, so I don't know how bad it is. But, you know, I take the criticism on board and I've learnt from it, okay? What I don't like is these nutters that come in and they're just screaming at you in the comments, you know, like STFU and all this sort of thing. And it's just like, are you serious? Shut the fuck up. I just don't understand that rudeness, you know, like, I know this is all new to me and I'm quickly developing a thick skin, but, you know, I'm quite happy. And if you read through some of the replies, I was like, thanks for letting me know, to the lovely people who had the decency to say it in a constructive criticism. And that doesn't hurt, you know. Some people just think that they can yell and scream at you in caps and swear at you and it's fine, but it's not fine to me. Crime and Justice, how are you going? I know, guys, I know I don't have to feel it, but I feel stupid because I didn't know any different, which leads me into the next topic. With playing the video, a lot of people are off their tree, as you probably all already know, that she did that video. Ziggy, I listened to that before I played it, and if I thought there was anything in that video that was, or information that I thought was really, really damaging to those boys, hell no, I wouldn't have played it. But honest to God, everything that she spoke about that this so-called source told her is everything. Like, I've heard more. What's given me the shits is people saying, oh, they've tagged me with the TBI and the FBI and I'm going to jail because I played her video, okay, that I talked all over the top of, so you can hardly hear it anyway, which is the positive part, remember? But in saying that, it's alleged, okay? She doesn't know 100% that whoever she was, like, I was of the understanding she was a close, and this is my own stupidity. This is what I'm saying I've learnt from. I thought she knew this person, that she doesn't know the person personally. She's never met this person. So, yeah, I do feel really dumb and really stupid because it wasn't a source that she has verified. It was over a chat thing, Facebook Messenger or something like that. And I'm going to play these little things that she's posted this afternoon our time. But the lies, everyone knew about. Everyone, and a few other big channels are saying, oh, it's so bad. These boys are going to grow up and they're going to come back on the internet and they're going to see all this, and oh my fucking God. Look, I don't swear very much on here, guys, and the ones that are here all the time, no, I don't. But give me a break here. And I'm not defending myself as in deflecting or trying to make myself look better, because I feel I'm just as responsible for doing the wrong thing. But I listened to Donna Sefer, you know that one, the Reverend Donna Serafino, and here she is saying, now you tell me in the chat what's friggin' worse. The boys have got lice and they didn't go to school and they didn't get 3 meals a day, compared to Summer's lying on a table being stabbed and used for a snuff film. Huh. Really? And what she said was just so freaking bad. Yeah, the boys are never going to see Donna Serafina's bloody video, are they? Don't come at me with that shit, because I'm sorry. Mary Olsen. I'm just angry because every bloody creator out there has analysed, discussed, surmised, alleged 100 different theories that are so much worse than this alleged information. Okay? I'm pissed off with myself because I don't know. I just don't know what I even think anymore. You know, do I take it down, guys, or do I leave it there? Because this has been, it's 10:30 at night here, Australian time, and my brain hasn't stopped thinking about this since all the drama started. And I just don't understand that, the hypocrisy of, you know, and then you've got the other creators that have worked in the industry and, oh, we're all gone, we're locked up and we're in jail for life. You know, I understand. Our 2 granddaughters we've had in our custody for 7 years are through like we have to answer to the department. So at this minute, we're not their legal guardians. We're sort of, well, they're foster parents, basically. So I understand the confidentiality and all that sort of stuff, and that things are confidential, but Ziggy wasn't saying it was a CPS report. So it didn't sort of register in my brain. And when I did it, it was like 11:30 at night. And yeah, I just didn't think it through, and I didn't understand. Oh, here we go. Ruby. They. Oh, I'm loving all the Aussies in here, guys. Take it down if you feel better about it. Yeah. I'm thinking I will. But confidentiality-wise, see, I sort of looked at it like, not the confidentiality, so, well, yeah, sort of. You've got Chris McDonough's interview, okay? And we all walk through that property, we all walk through that house, and we seen for ourselves 100%. There was obviously neglect, and there was obviously, read the comment above from they. Ruby J, what are you talking about? Every Ruby J, exactly. Every creator has theorized and said horrible things about the boys, even that they exactly. I'm sorry, Ruby, but your profile picture is very much like someone in my comments that was really, really horrible. And she was one that said I was going to jail for 25 to life or whatever. So at least I get to go to America, guys. They won't lock me up here for an American crime. So I'll be coming. Who's going to come visit me? You can't please everyone. Go ahead and don't worry about it. Yeah, I guess so. I just don't know. I'm just one way to get to America, though, I guess. But yeah, every single creator has, even Donald himself 2 days ago was talking about his own son with SA and how that's an alleged thing. And we've walked through that house, we've seen the obvious neglect ourselves and the non-substandard living conditions for those kids. So all of that is so obvious. As far as H's thing in this information, Chris McDonough himself went and interviewed a minor, but releasing the information she did is so much worse when everyone has analysed every one of Candace's TikTok videos and said 100% there's more to this situation than meets the eye. So saying it just in your opinion, but I understand why everyone is angry if it has 100% come from a CPS worker. I do understand that. And yes, I will take it down. And I just wanted to send some love to you guys too today for September 11. That was another word in my thumbnail. Like, we need to wake up in the morning and just be so happy that, you know, we might be dealing with COVID and our lives are disrupted and it's a bit of a shitty place right now, but so many people lost their lives on September 11 and everyone's lives changed forever. And let's not hope we have to go through more events like that. Oh, really, Daisy? Yeah, it's, as I said, once I have my next vaccine next Saturday, my second one, and there's a bit of a joke going around Australia at the minute that when we have our second vaccination, it'll be easier to fly to America than to another state in Australia because it's so intense over here right now with COVID. I think the boys actually living through it, going through it, is worse than a YouTuber talking about it. That was another thing I thought of, Marlena, and thanks for everybody coming in. I really appreciate it. And I promise I won't talk over videos anymore. And exactly. I know from my experience, yeah. Can you imagine, though, the stuff that these kids are going to see as adults on YouTube and the internet in general? Like, I don't think it's her video is going to be the one that stops them in their tracks, put it that way. Their memories are what is always going to be in their head. And I'm not justifying it. It's just, you're fully vaccinated, Ruby. That's awesome. Oh, I'm just trying to keep up with the chat over here. I've got to work out some way to do this because some people have their chat. Some creators have their chat on another screen, so it's really big and they get to see everything. So I've got to, you're not going to believe this, and you're all going to think I'm crazy, but I had a fad when we had lockdown this time last year in Australia, and I got right into the sim racing, like the motorsports. So I went and bought the 3-screen setup and the rig and the new gears and pedals, and like it was a lot. But I think I'm now going to transfer my big screens, because I've got 3 of them, and set up a nice little studio area for myself. At least they'll come in handy for something, because I haven't raced for about 6 months. But I got up to a C license, so I was pretty proud of that. This really has got to me, a 5-year-old granddaughter, same age. Oh, unicorns. I've got 3 granddaughters and 2 grandsons, and one of my little granddaughters is 3.5, and she is blonde and blue eyes and absolutely gorgeous. Not that the others aren't, but every time I look at her, I just think of summer. And that's how we, as mothers and grandmothers, it just tears us apart. And yeah, we all just want this over with now. Kathy Hughes, I did the same. I went and bought peas. 20th of September. Well, in our town, we didn't get any. So and there's over 7,000 people. We've all had to, there's only one doctor's surgery in town that had them. And from what I could gather, he wouldn't accept new patients. So we all had to travel like an hour away to get shots, which was crazy. I know. Where would we be without our grandkids? Although some days with the two that we're raising, I don't know how I'm going to be, guys. I'm going to have to buy a padded cell or something because we've got the 12-year-old, Miss Preteen, and she is doing my head in already with the hormones and stuff. And the other one who's like jumping off the ceiling, she's always 100 mile an hour. I cannot even think what my life is going to be like when she becomes hormonal. Like, I hope you guys are still here then because I'm going to need all the support I can get. And I'm old. Like, I don't know how these women go and have their first baby at 50. Or over, or even 45 and over. I don't know how they do it. Oh, hi, Keisha. Yeah, I'm trying to work out the time thing better because I was going live 11, 12 o'clock during the day, our time, like lunchtime, and a lot of you guys were getting ready to go to bed and stuff. So I figure now if I start at 10 p.m. our time, then I seem to catch more of you, which is awesome. You're 51, Scooby-Doo. I love that name. It's so cute. My son is 14 and autistic. He's emotionally all over the place. It's rough. Yeah, well, we had her tested for autism and they said no, she doesn't have it. But because of the damage done to her when Mum was carrying her with substances, so she's really, really, really intelligent, but she has fetal alcohol syndrome. And oh my God, I'm releasing information on, I might get locked up in Australia as well, guys. This might not be good. I wonder if America will extradite me over. Anyway, she's 110% off the charts most of the time. And she is medicated, but she's still a lot. Like, she is such hard work. And I don't know where the last 7 years has gone, but like, you wouldn't change it for the world because you do anything on earth for your grandkids. And that's why I can't, like, that's the part of this that drives me insane as well, is Grandis. Just like, I know she's been through the loss of and this experience before with her daughter going missing, but I can't believe she's left Candace's side at that point in time when she did, and she still hasn't come back. I would be there constantly, like, as we've all talked about before, you would be out in them woods every day, wouldn't you? You wouldn't stop. Your mother had your sister at 48. Oh my God. That's crazy. But that happened a lot back in the day too, didn't it? A lot of women had, what did they call it? Change of life babies, where they, and some women just with fertility problems can't go there. Kids are hard work. I feel so sorry for my mama. I know now what she went through when all three of us were at home. I don't know how she kept her sanity. Yeah, that's how I feel now. But yeah, I could never see my grandkids go anywhere other than with us and our family. And we do what we have to do, and we protect to the end, don't we? Like, that's just built into us. But not to everybody, guys, as we are seeing. I know my sister is 30. 23 years difference. Oh, that's insane. So you would have nearly been old enough to... She's old enough to be your daughter. Wow. Oh, yeah. And here we are having a sook about kids. I'm sorry, Kashia. Yeah. In your 30s. It was a shock to my parents. I bet it was. Wow. My brother is 33. Wow, that's very similar stories, guys. So what are we all thinking about everything that's going on? It's all a bit deep. Things are, like, other than this CPS stuff, things are, I just want it done. I want things to move quicker now, 3 months. And like, it's nearly 9 months with Oren and North and West. And I think it's going on 5 weeks for little Michael Vaughan. He's condom. Well, I had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma 16 years ago, and I had 6 rounds of chemo. Yeah, I do too, Crime and Justice. It's got to happen. Yeah, I had six rounds of chemo, and I was good for 3 months, and I relapsed again. So they give me, you guys might know, I was like in Disneyland throughout this whole 2 years. It was called Mabthera, I think, and it was like an antibody type treatment, and I think I had 4 months of that, and I was good for another 3 months, and then I relapsed again. And I had it, when they discovered it, before the chemo, I had it like in my neck, under my collarbones, under my arms, in my stomach, in my groins, and in my bones. And they said I had 2 years to live. And I was like, oh my God. So I sort of had a bit of a mental breakdown and thought, why? But then I thought, nah, there's got to be more to this. So they sent me to an oncologist in Sydney, which is 5 hours away. And he said, yeah, we're going to do a stem cell transplant. So I was in Sydney for about 4 months all up and had a stem cell transplant where they take your own body cells and, I don't know, it's like a little R2D2 type cylinder thing. And they put I don't know, I have no clue what they did with them. But when they brought them back after they did to them what they did, they give them back to me. And I've been in remission for 16 years. So we were saying the other day how every experience we have in life makes you the character and your resilience who you are. And I honestly believe that, because I was a little shit before I got sick. Like, I was the most entitled little princess, and that's what my husband used to call me, was princess, because I just wanted the best of everything, and if I didn't get it, I'd have a tantrum, and it was all about the brands and that sort of stuff. And it wasn't till I got sick that I seen the real side of life. Like, I've seen the horrible, dirty side of life and that as a child, but I got to see what life is really about. And that is breathing and living and still being here. And it made me appreciate the tiniest little gesture. It made me appreciate everybody in my life. And I no longer cared about whether I had the best handbag and the best model refrigerator or whatever. That shit means nothing to me now, you know. Yeah, so it does make you stronger, and it does make you value everything a lot more. And I think I had to be here to help raise these two girls. So life is just a crazy thing when you look back on it and see different things that have happened that have unraveled your story. Are you a Gemini? No, I'm a sooky little Pisces. Yeah, my husband's always called me princess because I was a little shit before we even got married. Like, I had to have the bloody $3,000. Well, to us it was a lot of money, $3,000 wedding dress, and I want it, and that's the one. I only want that one. Like, I was horrible. I can remember our washing machine blew up one time, and the sweet little thing, he's gone down to the electrical store. It was only like 3 days before Christmas, and God love him, I never forgive myself. To this day, I still hate myself for this little story. He went down to the electrical store with his utility, and he bought me a brand new washing machine, and he was getting it off the back of the ute in the backyard when I've walked out there. And I've walked over and looked at it, and I said, what do you think I'm going to do with that? And he's just shocked and looked at me, and he said, what do you mean? And I said, it's 5 kilo. Seriously? Do you want me in the laundry like 12 hours a day? Because it wasn't a 10 kilo, I was horrible. And I've never, ever forgiven myself for being such a toad. So I can guarantee you all, I'm not like that anymore. I was in my like late 20s, and I was just a little snot, really. Yeah, so Pisces, oh my God, we're the most sentimental little. Do you take everything to heart, Keishia? I do, and that's why I've been beating myself up so bad about this video. Like, I know I didn't do the video, but I'm just as much to blame. Oh, I need coffee too, but I'm in the studio, so my internet up here is a bit dodgy. So we'll keep going. Usually for nighttime, I don't know why, but over nighttime up here it gets really, pops in and out and carries on silly. Well, what a hubby. Does he have a brother? No, he doesn't. But he's a drywaller. We call them plasterers in Australia. And when I was listening to Nita's video this afternoon, tonight, our time, and if you haven't seen it, go over and have a look. And she's talking about the income Don would make as a drywaller over there. And I was like, holy crap, there's no way I'd be married to hubby. No, I'm joking. If he was on that sort of $250 a week. My God. Like, I'm not, and she wasn't saying that that's what he would earn. She was just sort of doing a ballpark figure. But, oh, thank you. Good night. Have a good sleep. Yeah, and I was like, oh my God, he wouldn't get out of bed for $250 a day. Like, he just wouldn't. But he's the sort of guy that just, he'll say to us of a night time, if anyone wakes me up before, like this is of a weekend or whatever, if anyone wakes me up before 8 a.m. in the morning, like, oh my God, that guy is out of bed at 5:30 every morning, up and gone, whether it's weekend or weekday, and he can't stop. He's just on the go all the time. And God help us when he retires, because I'll go insane. Like being in, I don't know how these people have done it, being in lockdown with their spouses that couldn't go to work. That inner empathetic feeling. Oh, really? You're an empath too? I can't handle it sometimes after a home invasion and seeing life. Really, crime and justice? So it would be about that much a week, do you think, even as a contractor? That's insane to me. $250 a week would be like a Macca's teenager's wage over here. Like bare minimum wage. Approximately $1,000 a week. Now, I can't remember, but the closest shops to Ben Hill Road, would they be the shops where Candace and them went the day Summer disappeared, like to where Ellie lives? Because they would use quite a lot of fuel as well, wouldn't they, going in and out of town? Wow. Approximately, yep. That's crazy to me. Kingsport Walgreens. And that's where they were that day, wasn't it? Like, that's where they actually went to. So say a 40-minute drive every time they had to go to the shops. I still can't get my head over the Subaru for a 6-person family. I don't understand that whatsoever. Would you do that if you had 4 kids? It seems like a pretty good distance from a Boston. Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought that $250 a week. 8. Need for just basic bills, yeah. Yeah. I only quickly listened to it because Saturday nights we have a stitching night, and we work on our quilts and stuff like that, and everyone left about 9:45, so I sort of only had one earbud in. I was just sort of listening as we were packing up. Yeah. Yeah, Ruby, but Donald swears they weren't getting any benefits. In that interview with, was it Jay for Justice? With one of them, there's been that many interviews now. It's 30, 40 minutes to big shops from us. We do have a local IGA, but they are rip-offs. Yeah, same here, Dave. Oh, we have Woolworths as well in our town, but 45 minutes to malls and we used to have a Target, but they closed it down. So yeah, to buy anything, clothes, linen, anything like that, we've got to travel 45 minutes, which we're doing tomorrow. My dad built houses, private contractor, made loads of money, enough to take care of 3 kids. Yeah. I have to go. Thank you and good night. Good night, Therese. Thanks for coming in. Have a good sleep. Ruby Dawn said they wasn't getting any help, but I don't believe that. I live in small town Tennessee and everyone I know gets some kind of assistance. Yeah, it sort of looks a bit like that, doesn't it? Crime and Justice. But the meadows where he's been working, it looks like quite a lovely area with all new homes and lovely little estates. They would be, I was going to look into that today, but I didn't get time. They're not like government housing, are they? They're just people, individuals building houses. I'm in New South Wales, Scooby-Doo. We come out of lockdown today. I don't believe a word, honestly, with junkies and druggies, whatever they are verbalizing to you, in my experience with the people I have dealt with, whatever they're trying to spin, you believe the opposite. And not just Donald, like that's, I don't know whether that's what the drugs do to them or not, but they will, they'll tell you the opposite of what's really going on. So everything he says, I think of the opposite scenario and that'll be the truth. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with getting benefits if you need them, you know, but in Australia we have so many people who wrought the system and they'll be working for cash in hand and getting benefits, and they're the sort of people that make it harder for the genuine people who need them. And I think that would be the same everywhere. Rural Hunter Valley. So you can't get to the club yet, Daisy, can you? You said you were dying to go to the club the other day. I'm just having a drink. That was another thing I did wrong. Apparently remember I started coughing the other night when I was playing that video? And someone had a big whinge in the comments that I was sucking on a lolly. And I didn't even realise that anyone could hear that. That's how close the mic was to me, but I didn't even notice I was, because it was a cough lolly, so it's not like I was munching on it or anything. It was just sort of sitting in my mouth dissolving, but apparently it made a big noise too. You're fine, Griff. Yeah, dry. Well, I know they do here as contractors. Like we work for 6, I don't know how many, heaps of builders, and we do private ones and all that sort of stuff. And Yeah, I'm telling you now, hubby wouldn't walk out the front door for 250, even for a day. And Stella's here. So I'm just trying to work it out. So it's Saturday morning over there now. Yeah? Lani, Aussie. I've seen you before, Lani. Definitely druggos will tell you what they think you want to hear. Absolutely they do. And they can turn it on for their audience as well. They're pretty good at that. 3 p.m. Wow, Stella. So it is a pretty good time of the day. Like it's 11 o'clock here, p.m. I don't think there's ever going to be 100% time where we get everybody here, but that's why I've tried to start scheduling them at a different time, my time, so you guys are up and about. And UK Griff. I still can't get over how Candace can carry on, cry on command, I know, and that prank call showed what they are capable of. Yeah, that's their true selves, I believe, Ruby. That's exactly who they are, and I've always thought they were that sort of person, and I've never ever, like many of you, have never bought the whole religious God-fearing Christian type of image they put out there. I never believed a Candace fake cry call. I never heard any mucus or deep sobs. No, but in saying that, she must have been absolutely blind, rotten drunk. I couldn't fake that conversation. Like, I just couldn't get that upset and rave on with the whole and all that sort of stuff. Like, I would just start laughing. Like, I don't know how she didn't laugh during it if it was a prank, because I'm hopeless with stuff like that. Yeah, Dancing Moon, I believe that too. Absolute monsters. No doubt Don was making good money at his job, but the problem comes in with how they spend that money. It clearly wasn't spent on the right things. Yeah, obviously crime and justice. I agree. And like we were saying the other week about the beds and stuff, I know here with our, like you can go to, I think it's the same as your Walmart, we have Kmart, and you can go there and buy a single bed frame for $59. Like, come on now. There's no excuse for how them kids were sleeping. And, you know, it makes you, if this information is or isn't true, it makes all the little, you know how right at the beginning people were talking about there were rats, you know, running around the house and this and that. Wouldn't these rats have these lice and things that are in this alleged report? Like, it sort of adds up when you look at the living conditions and the way it was all put out in the interview rooms. Good night. Got two to bed now. Even Marketplace. place for free. Yeah, exactly. Buy, swap and sells. Heaps of people will put things on the buy, swap and sell sites, and they'll have free, come pick up now, and things like that. There's no, and they talked about that. Ali even said they go to all the yard sales, didn't she? Why were these things not a priority to them? I will never understand it. Secondhand sheets. Yeah, there's thrift store. And Donald has even said this week with Share. No, I think it was I got that wrong. Jay for Justice replayed one of her initial interviews with Don, and she asked him if that all her viewers wanted to send them stuff for the kids, okay? And Donald's like, oh no, we're pretty right for clothes. We go to the thrift stores and all that sort of stuff. And I was like, there's nothing wrong with going to a thrift store, but even thrift stores sell beds and things like that. Exactly why weren't those things a priority to Daisy? I will never ever understand why. Like, I've never ever seen kids having to sleep like that in a room like that ever. Yeah, you can pick up some good bargains at thrift stores. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I went through another little phase where I was upcycling little bookshelves and cupboards and things like that with the chalk paint. That was great fun. And you can pick up some great things. And if Grandis was crafty, wasn't she? She had arts and crafts in that tub, remember? There's no reason why they couldn't have been upcycling some of their yard sale stuff. It just doesn't make sense. Squalor drugs come first and foremost. They would steal the milk out of your cup of tea. Yeah, it's just so bloody sad for those kids. I'm in Port Macquarie. Oh, really? Lovely. I love Port Macquarie. It's beautiful, guys. If our American and overseas people need to go and Google Port Macquarie because it's absolutely gorgeous there. And they have koalas there. We don't have koalas in our area. We have to drive 4 hours. Oh my God, I'm the same. We have I'm lying. We're 2 hours away from a Costco and an IKEA. Yeah, and you can get beds from IKEA for $79. Like, they're not flash and they're not, like the best style-wise, but it doesn't matter. At least they're up off the floor and drafts and critters and I don't know. Hi, Dawny. Dawny B-U-K. Where'd she go? I just seen her. Oh, little hearts. I feel a lot calmer now, guys, than I did when I started, that's for sure. Unfortunately, yeah, it's just, there needs to be something in the world to eradicate drugs and stupid people. It has to be harder drugs. I know people who smoke weed and live a normal life. Yeah. Well, look at AB. He likes his CBD stuff and all that. And yeah, like it's been proven nowadays that it's very medicinal and it helps with so many disorders and pain and all the rest of it. Yeah, I've got no qualms with that. The only thing that worries me is that kids get, you know how they go through that teenage stage where they're having joints and stuff, and then it leads to they need something more, and it makes me wonder whether that sort of enables them to, you know, have that experience but then want to try something else. But yeah, we have koalas, kangaroos and deers in our backyard. Oh my God, I love our animals. Yeah, I don't like the magpies right now because they're starting to swoop again. It's insane. They're nasty little bastards. And if you overseas people, do you guys have magpies? It's clearing loads of vids, but I don't call weed a drug. No. No, well, look how many places it's legalized these days. And you can grow it in your backyard like it's not here. But yeah, a lot of places, what is it? You can have it for personal use or whatever. Oh my God. Yeah, it's so hard once they're wrapped up in that cycle to get out of it. Oh, that's good, Scooby-Doo. I'm proud of you. You're just satisfied with that and you had no inclination to go harder. That's awesome. Well, Seagate, because I've been all over the place the last few days with like personal stuff and this sort of stuff, did Amanda's Vida put out a video about what they had in their system? I vaguely remember seeing something about that. I really do remember something on somebody saying that they definitely had cocaine in their systems. Oh no, I know what Manda Vida's. She, I haven't watched it. She did a video on them failing the lie detectors, but I haven't watched it, so I can't talk about that because I haven't seen it, so I don't know what the information is. I know it was said that Don did. Yeah, Chris McDonough, he sort of hinted, I'm getting so sick to death. This is another little beef I've got right now. With all this cryptic stuff. Like, if you've got something to say, just spit it out. I can't handle, now why do you think we wrote this here? Think about it. No, I don't want to friggin' think about it. You wrote it. Tell me. Just write it. Now, why do you think this was written here? Like you have to analyze and look behind the scenes to see what the creator is trying to tell you because we should know. Like, come on now. If you're going to say something, own it, be upfront and say it because I'm over it. I'm not going to sit there and analyze these little, oh, guess what? I've just got to have a look. But guys, guess what? And it's not for the monetization. I do reiterate this every time. And I'm not against anyone who is. But the live count for our little channel is now at 912. Here's Loretta. Hi, Loretta. You haven't really missed anything, Stella. I've just been basically raving on with not a lot. We were just discussing the blood testing from Donald and Candace on the day that Summer went missing, and we thought that one or both had tested positive to cocaine and marijuana, because Don did say initially that Candace tested positive for marijuana, but I'm pretty sure Stella might have seen it. Have you seen Manda's Vita's video on them missing, failing their lie detector tests? Some Scooby-Doo, way too many bad memories with family and friends, etc. Yeah, 912. What did I just say? I'm just having another look because I forgot already. Yeah, 912 we're up to. So, but you know what's funny? You know how I've been talking on and on and on about getting this community tab and being able to stream. Like, I'm super excited to just be able to do it off my phone whenever I have a thought or an urgency that I have to talk to you guys, and I don't have to be sitting at a laptop. I got an email from YouTube yesterday, and guess what? They're changing their community tab regulations. So now when you're 500 subs, you can get a community tab. And I thought, really? No, I want it to be 1,000 because that's what you said it was going to be. So regardless, they're bringing it down to 500 subscribers from the 12th of October. My voice is going creaky again. But I'm not going to have a cough lolly because that'll annoy people. Yeah, so from the 12th of October, guys, you can get a community tab with 500 subscribers. Chris M said they both had stuff in their system. Yeah, thanks, Stella. I'll have a look at Mandividers. Who is Cher? Oh, my God. Cher is the channel Voices Behind the Walls. And her and her hubby, he has his own separate channel. But, yeah, they're the ones that are always interviewing Don every second day of the week. And she did a live today with Jay for Justice. And while did you see the video yesterday? It's the one we played, that really long phone call with Donald drunk ringing her. It went for like an hour and a half, 2 hours or something. And she's going, no, Don, you have to go to the police. Don't talk to me. You know, from this moment forward, I cannot have any contact with you. Just go to the police, Don. Go and tell them what you know, because you know I know, right? This is like yesterday or the day before. Well, when she's on a live today with Jay for Justice, guess who's texting her halfway through it? Oh, Donald, I'll ring you back after I finish on this live. And I'm like, oh, just shoot me now. Seriously, I can't keep doing this. It's just doing my head in. I know. It's just, if I knew how to chop up a video, which I might try and teach myself tomorrow, and play them like little chunks side by side, it'll be hilarious. I don't care if they are asking good questions of Don. I can't stand that they were enabling and abusing. Yeah, I know. And that's the bit, like she was saying on the live today, I can't believe the hate I've got. And, you know, I'm human and I've got feelings. And I do agree with the bit where people shouldn't be given a death threats, and some people go over the top with really, really hateful stuff. But she's got to ask herself why. Like, people are so passionate about this case, and they're going to just, it's not going to improve for her anytime soon. And the fact that she does flip-flop, like she doesn't have a stern opinion. She just keeps going from, I don't know, it's like she's schizophrenic, because one minute she's telling you one thing and she's doing it for this reason, and then the next day it's a different reason because now she's talking to him again, and it's just insane. Did everyone know if you have more than one device, you can like and subscribe multiple times? Really? I need to go and buy how many? 98 devices. Oh, that's funny. And you know the funny thing, guys, I don't have any family on this channel because I would be so nervous to talk in front of, like, I don't share it on my personal Facebook page or anything, because I think people would just think I was nuts and that I'd lost my mind. That's why I stopped watching all the interweb nonsense. If it's not from law enforcement, it's just chatter. Yeah, and even then you don't know if it's 100. I can't watch her, I only get bits and pieces of channels. Yeah, I'm not going to play it. The one she did. It was quite interesting to see, because it was like Cher was interviewing Jay for Justice, and I had no clue about Jay's history and the cases she was involved with and all the dramas she's had through different cases, much the same as what Cher's getting now. And it was just an interview on Jay, basically. And it was really interesting to see the different things in the Watts case and things like that Jay was involved with. And that was another part of my thumbnail about, we have to be so careful with who we trust, because especially in this internet world, so many people are just not who or what they try to perceive themselves to be. And even in my 50s, you know, I'm still learning that, like, I'm that one that has been burnt so many times from just being nice. You know, you just, I'm not going to say love everyone, but, you know, I treat everyone with the most respect, and I'll do anything for anyone I can and be as honest and as faithful and loyal to anyone as I can. But not everybody has the same morals as you, you know. So Miss Momo, that's what I call an idiot wrapped into moron. I love that. Oh, doesn't she have the best little, I don't even know what you call them. You know, them little sayings like, on your way out, don't let the something split. I don't know. I can't even say it. But yeah, I just love their little Crime and Justice. You know what I'm talking about. All these little sayings from that area, it just cracks me up. And do you know what else has blown me away? A few people said in the comments in the video that we were just talking about that was not good, and they're saying this lady, at least they had the decency to call me a lady, but they were saying this lady with the accent, and I'm like, who was that? Because, oh, maybe they were talking about Ziggy. And then I thought, they're talking about me? I don't have an accent. Like, I don't. I'm just me. And all you guys have accents. It's so funny to hear someone say that I have an accent. I know, I need sleep. I'm off with the fairies. What, you don't get death threats? Yeah, she's been getting death threats, apparently. Apparently Jay's had them too. Not with the Summer Wells case, but... I know, it's a bit crazy. But yeah, guys, just be careful. And Nita, I love Nita. I think she's fabulous. And Chip, I love Chip too. Exit stage left and don't send for me because I will come for you. And the best one, I'm 38 and fucking hot right now. No, she has one where it's the one about leave and where the sun don't split you or something. I'll have to go back and watch it and write it down so I can say it next time. You don't think they're getting death threats? I don't believe anything any of them say anymore, because some of them are just out there and all they want are views. And I didn't play that one from Ziggy for views. I was genuinely interested in the content. Yeah, we do love Chip and Nita. They're gorgeous. Oh my God, guys, that's what else. Did everyone see Chip's little music clip she did with the song? I'm not going to lie. And Chip, I'm really sorry, girl. But I was actually on the toilet. And I was scrolling and it come up. And I sat on the toilet bawling my eyes out. Oh my God. It was just so sweet. I was joking. Yeah, they're playing every card under the sun, aren't they? And then they'll say a bit on Mrs. Shares. Yeah, I bawled and bawled, Stella. It was just so sweet. She's just an angel. Like, her name says it all. Little Chip. I felt you could see in her eyes the other day how sick she was, couldn't you, when she had that sick day? Where the good Lord split you, that's it. You've got it, Griff. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. It's all them funny little sayings. It's just cute as. Here's Pippi. Good morning, Pippi. The Ziggy person may be in trouble for letting personal info out into public. I know. I still have a migraine over this. I've just calmed down after talking about all of that, Pippi, and how bad I feel. But I don't see, unless you've got a written authorized CPS report in your hand to prove that this alleged information she's given out is real, then it's hearsay and it's allegedly. And as I was saying earlier, what is the difference between people saying they had neglect and abuse compared to Summer dying in a snuff movie and all of that sort of stuff. Like, there is worse stuff being said on creators' channels than what was said in her video. And that's the only reason I played it, because it wasn't 100% fact, and it was everything that has virtually been talked about by every creator going. And if they say they haven't talked about it, they're full of shit. Because Chasing Truth even said on her live that I seen 10 minutes of this morning that she's never heard anything about lice. And I thought, are you kidding me? Yeah, of course you can. Sorry. Of course you can, Stella. I've got a, where'd Griff go? I'm just going to go in here for 1 second. Yeah, so much worth. Oh, Miss Justice is awake. Hey, just woke up. We'll stay a few minutes and go back to sleep. Okay, all good, Miss Justice. Good to see you. So it's around 11:30 you guys start waking up. Loretta Chip is a content creator. Yes, she is. And she's beautiful. And she's also very, very insightful with things she sees and stuff. And she's literally a walking angel. We're up to 9:14, guys. Oh, we're going to get the little trolls now. Oh, she's sitting on there counting subs as we speak. I'm sorry, I'm being bitchy. That girl with the accent, you know the one. Oh my God, honestly, it's been an emotional roller coaster with, I don't know, honestly, with the little bits of hate I've had on my comments the last couple of days. I don't know how Cher has, I'll give that to her. Like, I'm a Pisces. I do take everything to heart and I do get really emotional. But, like, it's sort of, it does get to you. Like when you're reading one about shut the fuck up and, you know, things like that. You can't say it, you don't feel it, because you do, just from my little 2 days of experience. And mine weren't all hateful. As I was saying, a lot of people were really nice the way they said it. And I really appreciated that. And guys, I will say again, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to talk over her video. And she actually did a live tonight discussing it. And I haven't watched all of it. But I think she's of the same opinion of me, is there really wasn't anything in it that worse hasn't been said about, and that we haven't physically seen, as in the neglect in that physical house and things. But Chip's video, oh my God, it blew my mind. The one with Dobson. Is it David Dobson, Griff? Stella? One of these mods will know. I think it was during the night last night she put it up. And so he used to work as a mortician. You know the guy that took him to play golf and stuff? And he's got the photo of them. Yeah, I was just talking about that, Miss Justice, with Jay on Cher. Yeah, I don't know heaps about Jay. because I hadn't really followed her until this case, so I didn't know a lot about her. But she's definitely Cher's fangirl right now. I was sitting there thinking, who's fanning who here, you know? But towards the end of it, Jay kept saying, oh, I've really got to have you on my channel, Cher. I really want to do this on my channel and interview you and give you all the hard questions. And I was like, oh my God. Come on now, girl. Calm down. Oh, they are. They need to get married, Caroline. They need to get married and never have children. But wouldn't that just be the icing on the cake? Could you imagine it? Cher running back to America and shacking up with, they could do a real good triangulation episode with Cher, Donald, and Benny. That would be awesome. They would pull that off. They could have a little plural marriage happening, sister-wife situation. How do we get LC justice and for victims? I'm just because I'm learning LC justice, I'm not going to be like some creators and just give everyone who asks a wrench, only because of what I'm still learning. And yeah, I'm just not. I'll just see how we go, and if I need one, I'll write your name down and we'll see how we go. But thanks for asking. Yeah. Tammy Frazier, welcome. Oh my God, I can't do Benny at all. I tried the other day because he had Donald on his channel on a phone call doing a share type situation, and I just couldn't. I lasted about 3 minutes. Sir, you know, instead, I don't get Benny with his whole, when he's sucking up to someone, it's always, and what do you think, sir? I just want to smack his face. Jay has a colourful past. Yeah, I never knew a lot about her. As I said, I'm still working things out, and not that I don't trust. Like, that's not normally who I am. I normally, as I said, I'm my own worst enemy because I trust everybody, and I'll get burnt because I'm, like hubby's always saying, you're too naive, like you let people walk all over the top of you, da-di-da-di-da. And I'm just learning that, yeah, you just have to be a bit careful, especially on YouTube. You know, people sometimes just aren't what you think they are. And not that I mean any of you guys at all. Please don't take me the wrong way. But you just see what some people are going through, and yeah, it's made me think quite a bit. Stella, did she just put it out? I didn't get a notification. Tammy, do you mean Nita's video? She put it out a couple of hours ago. I'm the same. I take people at face value. I'm an idiot. No, you're not an idiot, Loretta. I think that's just part of our DNA, and I'm sort of like a natural people pleaser, so although I do stand up for what I think, and I will get verbally like if I'm angry about something, but just in general, in interactions with people, I'm too nice. Everyone says it, and everyone says, you don't know how to say no. And I'm like, I do so. And they're like, you don't. You know, you can be flat out and someone will ask you to do something and you say, yeah, that's fine. And I know I do it, but no is a really hard word for me to say. Yeah, it was. It was about an hour before I come on, I think. How long have we been on for? Shit, an hour and a half. Your hubby says the same thing? Yeah, I have, honestly. And you think you would learn, don't you? Wouldn't you? But I don't. I keep being nice to everybody and get played like a... So it's one thing I've been working on lately. You need to be able to trust those people before you give them a rent. YouTube is a very nasty place. Yeah, it can be. From what I've seen, it can be horrendous. And there's always going to be them people that are only here to get views. And that's being real. And they say they're not after clout, but 100,000% that's what they're after. Honestly. And then you'll get the ones that sit there and get a Snapchat and then they're like, oh, awesome, I'm going to buy this. And you just think, why? I don't know. That side of it just, I don't know. It irritates me. But you're here for, you know, it's frustrating. Oh my God. I haven't left my house in 4 years except for groceries. My friends betrayed me. Yeah. Yeah, me too, Loretta. I think we all wear our heart on our sleeves. I think you're twins. So do you think this is a better time, guys? I don't even have Snapchat anymore. I used to have it, but I'm too impatient and I don't like things, like I would touch it, the photo or whatever, and then it would go away. And my adult children are like, Mum, once you look at it, it goes. And I'm like, but why? I hadn't finished looking at it yet. Now I'm deep shit in PTSD. Oh, that's no good. Yeah, very, very big group hug. And I worked out the ticker. So I've got all the TBI reward fund information on there, guys. If anyone wants to donate, all the details are there. And I keep that one, you know, the one Tiffany Marie made of summer in the purple on my thumbnails for each little schedule and thumbnail I do. I leave that on every single one of them if you haven't noticed. And yeah, I don't want money. I would rather people put it into a case that is going to help that child. Or I might do that tomorrow. Has anyone here followed Letitia Stork Gannon's case? I know it's all flooded with the pre-trial updates right now, but she is one. Look, I was sitting there thinking last night about this. Letitia Stalk is outright nuts. Like, she's got a screw loose somewhere, obviously, but she's a teacher, okay? Now you've got to look at this, and I'm not trying to be humorous. She's obviously been to university, college. She's got a degree. She's a qualified teacher. So she's supposed to be super smart. And then we have the Wellses, who can't put a sentence together for the life of them, but they've managed to fool people longer than this college-educated Letitia Stalk. And that made me stop and think for a minute. The streetwise are more capable of getting away with things than people who don't live in that sort of environment, because she was caught in a couple of weeks. It wasn't that long at all. But the Wells have seemed to pull this off more elusively than Miss Smarty Pants Letitia. Daisy Wade, I think you're right. I was so upset, but now think it's hilarious. Send him in the hooks on the Phoenix Starter. This distillery, I want to look into this distillery that Reverend Donna Serafina was talking about. And is it a steamboat distillery? I'll have to go back and watch it, because she said there's an area behind this distillery. Maybe that was a steamboat behind it. I don't know. Yeah, the community work that Judy Run does is awesome. I thought he was coming out here with Equisearch. Yeah, he did put a lot of money in for the billboards for Oran and Awesome West. And he donates to lots of, like, his local community area things too. Copperhead Road. Are you serious, Miss Justice? I love that song. Loretta Lee. You are all so sweet. Hugs to all. Oh, so are you, Dancing Moon. I think we've got an awesome little group here, guys. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And I know every creator says that, but I really, really do. One thing I'm not is I'm not a fake person. I own my stuff, and I think that's just the way you got to be. If you're going to be on YouTube, like, say it how it is. If you've done something wrong, then admit it and move on, and be honest and loyal. And people should be doing that in their everyday lives anyway. Like, why do you have to work harder to be like that on YouTube? That should be really like Linda. Oh, she's getting coffee. I'm jealous. If I had a coffee now, I'd be still on here in like 6 a.m. It's now 11:45. Oh, you don't know my Christian name. It's Sharon, guys. And I keep forgetting to say that at the beginning. That, yeah, I'm Sharon. And Karen Murray, it's crap. Oh, yes. Linda, oh my God, she's so analytical and she can crack codes like no one I've ever seen in my life. Plus, she's so pretty and cute. And oh my God, Daisy, don't you dare. No, that's not even funny right now. That's been my pet peeve my entire life. Shazza. Oh my God, I hate that name. But nice to meet you too, Loretta. Remember when I blocked you that day, Loretta? I felt so bad. Oh, I love them Sharon memes. I screenshotted 2 of them to show my grown-up kids. I haven't shown them yet because we've been in lockdown, so they're awesome. It just cracks me up. Thank you, Griff. I just love them. And you're so good at them too. Like, you're all over it. Oh, Ruby. Almost dozed off. Am I raving on that much, am I? I'm not playing anything tonight, guys, because I sort of was only going to come on and address the CPS thing and just unload it off my chest. Who is Shazza? Dancing Moon, my name is Sharon. And in Australia, I don't know if it's on YouTube, but it's quite ironic, really. People in a really low socio, not even that even. There's a show called Housos, and it's about people who live on benefits and they're druggies and all that sort of stuff. And there's one character in the show called Shazza, but not only because of this show, but it's sort of like a slang, boganish type way people in Australia say Shazza. And yeah, I've never liked it. I've always hated it because, yeah, anyway. You love households, get out of here. Oh my God. I've watched about 3 episodes, and because they say Shazza every 5 minutes, I'm like, no, I'm out. I'm gone. And you know, the other show, Kath and Kim, they've got a Shazza as well. I'm like, really? I never watched it either because of that. Yeah, Shazza is a bogan. Exactly. It's not funny. Griff, exactly. What are we exactly in about? What have I missed? I am going to set up a separate screen just for comments, though, so I can see them better. Oh, my voice is soothing. I thought she meant she was comfy where she was lying down. Yes, Barb. We talked about that earlier, and I said much love to everybody. And you guys in the US and stuff must think, you know, what do you Aussies know about all of this? I think the whole world knows everything about 9/11 and everyone has your back, and think about, no one will ever forget the scenes of that horrific event ever. It's, yeah. But I really want to come over and meet the, go to the memorial. And I can remember that, like, it was about this time of night here in Australia. And this is going to sound really ridiculous, but hubby and I had been having this, I can't remember what flavour ice cream it was at the time, but we used to go to bed and watch the late news in bed, and I wanted ice cream. So he went and got 2 bowls of this, whatever ice cream we were into at the time, and brought me back a bowl of ice cream. He had a bowl of ice cream. We're both sitting up in bed like 2 little kids eating a bowl of ice cream, and the footage come across the TV screen with breaking news and stuff. Isn't it funny when there's an event like that, you remember absolutely everything? And that's why I don't get how Donald Wells doesn't remember fucking anything. Oh, Joey M. Wilson's here. G'day, mate. How you going, Joey? She's a little trooper, this Joey. She cracks me up. And she's like me, and she just says it how it is. Hey, Joey, do you know we've got accents? We've got accents because in my comments on a couple of my videos, people said, that lady with the accent. And I was like, oh, they're talking about whoever's video I was playing. And then I worked out they were talking about me. I'm like, Aussies don't have accents, do we, Joey? Yeah, 911 was so very sad. And just recently, I've come across this, the 911 calls that come into the dispatch, and it's horrific. You have to be really, really thick-skinned to be able to listen to them. I thought it was a movie. Really? Yeah, well, that's how it sort of looked, didn't it? It was, yeah, if you weren't sitting there realising that it was live happening right there, you would just think it was a movie, because we don't see stuff like that every day, and hope we don't ever have to see stuff like that. Common humanity, exactly, Caroline. Oh my God. You got called a UK English bitch. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't know. I've just never thought about myself having an accent. No, didn't think so. You've heard me talk, Sharon. Do I have an accent? Yes, you do, Griff. And even that was strange to me, to hear your accent. It's awesome. And you'll see, that's what I love about YouTube, you know. We're all from all over the world, but we can come together every day or every second day and come up on a panel. We might do that tomorrow night. We might do a panel, and you can hear everybody's voice, and it's nothing like you thought it would be. And it's, yeah, it's quite interesting. Exactly. I remember every detail of 9/11 and every detail of when my son passed away. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, Crime and Justice. I don't know how I would cope. And I know you have to. But yeah, I just take my hat off to people that have been through that and can just keep moving forward. But we're here for you. Every single person on here is here for you. And yes, me, I fly the bogan flag with pride. Yeah, it's really sad. Oh, Miss Justice, don't change the time. I'll never be able to make it. Oh, okay. We'll work something out, Miss Justice. Don't worry. You never forget the fallen 9/11. Never. Bob Murray, my hubby, was in AAF for 22 years. He was medically discharged in 2003. Wow. So where have you been tonight, Joey? You've been over with Natasha? Oh my God, I was watching her earlier. I don't think it was one from today. I just sort of had it going in the background, and they were shopping on Amazon. And I had a friend here, and she doesn't watch YouTube at all. And we were sewing and stuff. And she said, what are they like? It was just blowing her mind out. She couldn't believe that and Siren was sitting there doing his face like he does every night, and with his makeup and stuff. And her eyes nearly popped out of her head. She's like, what is he doing? I said, oh, that's just Siren. He does his makeup every night. And Natasha sits and colours in. And then they started doing their Amazon shopping with like 6 people on the panel. And I was dying laughing at her reactions. It's real. I decided that's a thing. I'm going to start filming people watching some of the video clips of different creators that we all sort of flick past and say, oh yeah, that's so-and-so, they're off the head. But I want to see someone who's not into YouTube watching these things, because just the reactions on my friend's face tonight. Oh, I love Siren too. He's so cute and he's very, very clever. Oh yes, the massages. Yeah. But Joey, we need to get some of these American coupons. We're missing out big time over here. Yes, definitely find Summer Wells, Bob. I know I've just been rambling tonight. I haven't had a fixed thing because I was only coming on for 10 minutes to talk about that video and stuff. But I do appreciate everybody coming in and just listening to me rave on. No doubt I'll have cranky, mad comments again, but anyway. Yeah, like a goggle box for YouTube. I think it'll be hilarious. And like, what else gave me the idea to do that was my grandson. He was 6 2 days ago. Before lockdown, he was here with the 2 granddaughters, and we had YouTube going on the big screen in the lounge room with the try not to laugh challenges and all the funny, like one after the other video clips of try not to laugh. And his belly giggles, and watching him laugh, like he was laughing that much, he was in pain and doubled over and fell off the lounge and everything. And I said, oh my God, I have to film that, because that would like make so many other people laugh, you know. It's just contagious. I don't do online shopping too much anyways. No, I just was amazed at how they were doing the coupons. And yeah, I don't buy a lot of clothes online because over here the clothes sizes are so all over the place. Every different brand has a different size. Nothing's mandatory. You think it's a good idea, Joey? I might try it, see how it goes. Just for fun. Like, we need a bit more lighthearted. I love me true crime stuff, but sometimes you really do need a little bit of lighthearted fun and just forget about the heavy stuff for a little while. Yeah, it looked like they're saving heaps of money. City check of true to size. Okay, I'll have to have a look. Glad he's feeling better. COVID is rough. Oh, you've had it, Crime and Justice. I know, Caroline. Yeah. As soon as the kids get, them real deep belly giggles, that's what he had. And it was just, oh my God. My jaws were just killing me afterwards because the more he laughed, the more we laughed. And it was just awesome. Now, I see your Aussie humour so much, Joey, in different chats, and I'm sitting there because we do have a different sense of humour sometimes, and some people take our wording and stuff the wrong way, and yeah, they'll get offended, but they don't see our side of it, I think. But yeah, I see a lot of your stuff, and I think it's hilarious. Never fear, you won't stop. Good girl. And you were really brave the other day going up against Mandy C. I was like, you go, Joey. And you were so calm. I didn't expect that. You didn't lose it. You did very well. Very, very well. Okay, guys, I'm getting really tired. You do make me smile. I think you make a lot of people smile. Yeah, some people do think we're arrogant, but most of us aren't. We're lovely. I get to go to Kmart tomorrow. I'm so excited. I never spoke to her, but then she said something. So, yeah, boom. It was boom, wasn't it? That sort of set off a whole scenario. I was trying to explain to the friend that was here tonight about Natasha's thing with Mandy C and then Mummy Ramblings, and it was just like, are you listening to yourself? Like, I was listening to what I was telling her, and I thought, I think I've got a problem because it's like I'm totally obsessed with YouTube, because I think that's all I talked about all night was the case, like with the summer and yeah, it's just, but when you've been in lockdown for ages too, it's not like you can get out and do anything else. Summertime. I did see that and I called her out, and when we were in that live and she was on her live, we were in Natasha's live, Mummy Ramblings was in her live, and as soon as they said in Natasha's she's got Summerwell's hashtag, I went straight over there and said something to her, and I screenshot it and I've got proof I did, and she said, oh, it's from the last video, and I didn't take it down. I just left. I wasn't having an argument with her, but I just wanted to see what she'd say on the live about someone saying it. But yeah, she just, no, it's the same video that once you end the broadcast, it's finished, it's done. You can't go back in and just recommence, can you? Once it's finished, I craft, I sew, crochet. Do you, Daisy? Yeah, I do patchwork. I love my patchwork and quilting. I've got a 14-foot long arm here in my studio that's gathering dust right now. I need to get some quilts on there. I crocheted a couple of winters ago, but yeah, I'm over it a bit now because I'm on YouTube. I know. In her sexy blue nightie, that was hilarious. I don't think she'd been asleep at all that night. And she, yeah, just craziness. Post tags. Yeah, she did. It was the second one she put up with Summer Wells hashtagged. And apparently the first video, she didn't even talk about Summer at all. There was nothing at all on her live about Summer. I was telling my friend that tonight, Daisy, Dancing Moon, that, because I didn't know that was a thing either. And the only reason I know about it is because that Mummy Ramblings was talking about it, and I've heard Natasha talk a couple of times about the crafting channels, how they, yeah, we need to do that. And we can do it on panel and stuff as well as the chat. I think it's an awesome idea. What happened was someone screenshotting a harmless question and sending it to her. To Mandy, Joey. Oh, for Mummy Ramblings losing it. That was intense. Honestly thought she was going to have a stroke. Do you have a lovely sleep? I'm going to sleep too, guys. It's been 2 hours. Geez, 2 hours. And we haven't really talked about anything important. So I'm really sorry about that. But it was great to be able to come on and vent and you watch crafting channels. I'm going to go and lie down in bed and I'm going to look up some crafting channels. But I'll come back tomorrow sometime and we can actually talk about productive stuff. I was just really, really wound up earlier and just wanted to say what I wanted to say, and much love to America, and know that we're thinking of you all over there, and let you know what I've learnt and remind everyone to live, you know. Oh, thanks, Joey. Thanks for coming in. Thank you all for coming in. I really do appreciate it. Dancing Man. Yes, with coffee. I've got a fridge and everything up here. So, and the internet's been fine tonight. The last time I tried to do a live in the studio, it just kept dropping out all the time. So it might be good to keep it up here. See you next time, everybody. And yes, we will never forget. Thanks heaps, everyone. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.